there's some brown racing stripes in the bowl, and you were in there before me, so who's got the shits, man?
I wasn't in there before you.
All right, I call shenanigans on that, man. I clearly saw your wheelchair
And
empty.
what
out
you
front of the
went
door.
in you went to take a whiz, and that's when you noticed that he had 3-ply toilet paper. What do? You got to wipe yourself when you pee.
Oh no, I didn't notice that at all. Jay brought that up. I didn't even look at it. I'm just saying that that's what I want. That's what I demand. This is my.
That was a
requirements.
request of his last week. He's like, listen, I want 4
Okay,
ply.
enough on the issue. Let's
Okay.
go on to something good.
Okay, all right. But I did want you guys to hear that he requested an extra high seat with a couple extra phone books to sit on so that he could be
What's a phone book?
higher. A phone book.
You know what you burn for in your fire pit to stay
I'm just
warm.
saying, nowadays, there's no phone books anymore, is there?
Listen, he's going to be
Hey,
elevated.
Are you on a phone book right now? You do look taller.
No, but I'll tell you what, a phone book might be better to wipe my ass with than this 2-ply toilet paper he's got.
The yellow pages
All right, so
give you
hold
colon
on.
cancer.
Hold on. Here's Chuck's demand list.
Oh,
3 natty ices.
3 natty ices. That's right. Not 4.
Gotcha.
Are those 16-ounce cans or
Here-
bottles or what?
Here's Pops. Here's Pops' demand list. As a reproduction agent, this is what I have to contend with. And Pop's demand list is horseradish.
That's it.
Easy.
He didn't put oxygen on there.
He had
No.
V8 and beer and,
All right, that's
But-
cool. Did you make that happen or what?
Horseradish is how he gets
Yes.
that voice.
Okay, so everybody got their demands except for me. I understand. That's cool. No big deal. Whatever. Moving on.
Or your demands are like throat tea, bottled water,
Throat tea. Could you
You
stop
know-
saying that?
I thought of something here with Kevin's toilet paper demands. Years ago, the farmer wrote into Sears and Roebuck and said, "Please send me a case of your toilet paper." They sent him back, give us the number on the Sears and Roebuck catalog for the toilet paper. He said, "Hey, if I had a Sears and Roebuck catalog, I wouldn't be ordering toilet paper."
Oh, you trying to rip on Chicago and the Sears Tower? Is that an inside joke? I don't get it, Pops. Okay, I do get it.
Well,
It's
you're
just-
also the generation when you guys actually used the catalogs like JCPenney's and Sears and stuff.
Here
When
we
they
go.
came out, you actually used those as porn. Because I remember even being a little kid and the Sears and Roebuck catalog showing up right before the holidays and looking through it and looking at all the bras and all the panties and wondering which ones would fit.
Wow, dude. That's amazing. That was back in the Bruce Jenner days, not the Caitlyn Jenner days. Yeah.
yeah, absolutely. That's exactly. Bruce was winning back then, and he was probably looking at the same catalogs.
Yeah.
That's what started it all.
That's
Most homeless people that do just about anything you could ask them to do for a pair of pantyhose to keep them warm in the wintertime.
yeah.
You know what is surprising is you're correct. Most homeless people do have an incredible work ethic. They are willing to work and willing to do anything, but they only do it for like 15 minutes and then go have a beer.
Yeah, well, Chuck, your idea of work and pantyhose is putting those pantyhose over your face, robbing a liquor store. You better change out of that Dayglow orange jumpsuit you got going, dude.
My version of Roger Rabbit.
Yeah, from the waist up, I'm looking at you, and if it wasn't for those little strings hanging out of the hoodie, I would think that you just escaped from prison again.
Again.
Where are you heading, dude?
This is more
All
like
right.
a neoprene material. It's not canvas like that stuff.
Yeah, right. Hey, Glick just says, is 4-ply toilet paper too much to ask for? No, Glick, I don't think it is. I really don't. So maybe he could send some my way. That would be greatly appreciated. Not that I need it. I feel great. Oh, look what the cat dragged in. Danny Braun just walked into the studio like he owns the place. What's up, Danny B?
Good evening.
How you doing,
Evening,
man?
Dan.
Soldier Danny B in the house.
right,
You're just
Dan.
going to sit in with us? Cool.
What's your name, man?
What's happening, buddy?
Yeah.
All right. So,
Well, get Danny B on it. What kind of ply toilet paper are you? What kind of guy are you?
he shits in the woods and kicks it,
3
dude.
ply leaves.
In Afghanistan, I was happy to wipe my ass with anything, but now
Shiite.
actually, in MREs they have these little towelettes. They're like half the size of your
Of your
hand.
asshole.
Yeah, they're like half the size of your hand. You have to wipe with that, but
Well, it
no.
means that you're in war. I'm sure you're pretty worked up. That asshole is a
But-
little tight, isn't it?
But now I love the topper line. I don't wipe my butt with anything else.
All right. Well, hey, I'm glad we cleared all this up, guys.
Exactly.
You know, I really feel a lot better about the show now. Thanks, guys.
We're off to a stunning start.
Yeah, awesome. It all started with Pops destroying the bathroom before the show started. But, well, no,
We're talking about number 2 in our first hour.
weird. Yeah.
Yeah,
It's a conspiracy.
it is. It's all rats.
What are we going to do in the 33rd hour, Chuck? Dun, dun,
Go
dun.
to the door at Disney. I'm going to knock on the door next time I'm there. I swear I am. I'm going to ask for Tom Hanks.
Really? Seriously?
Yeah, I am.
Why?
What? Go. I want to get in. Let's
It's
see
a
what's going on.
conspiracy. Tom Hanks is not going to answer the door, dude.
Yes, he is.
No.
Yeah.
No, he won't. Anyway.
As long as it ain't.
What? As long as it's what?
It's not fucking goofy. That dog scares the shit out of me.
I got to tell you guys, man, I've been feeling under the weather all day today. I took pseudo ephedrine. What is that? Sudafed, and not the crap that okay, you know how like you can't buy the real Sudafed anymore. You have to ask for it.
Yeah, I got to show ID.
Yeah. Well, I don't ever take any medicine unless I've got a pounding
You're
headache.
trying
you know?
to cook some meth, is what you're
No,
saying.
no. But
I'll show you. I got a good recipe.
Okay, I'm sure you
Got it
do.
from my grandma.
Yeah.
Don't even need that stuff.
Anyway, speaking of dumpster fires, no, but seriously, and so I was leaving the house this morning to go to work at like, I don't know, pretty early or whatever, and Lori B wasn't feeling good. She stayed home today. And as I'm leaving, I'm like, yeah, I think you got me sick. I got this congestion in my face, you know? And she goes, you want a decongestant? I'm like, I hate taking that crap, you know? And she's like, well, just take one. Just take it with you if you don't. I'm like, no. So I grabbed some milk, and I took one, right? And it was the real kind, you know what I mean? The real kind. And I had coffee, right? And I get to work, and the first thing I do when I get to work is make a nice K-cup, you know? And so she told me as I walked out the door, she goes, be careful with your coffee today, because that stuff, you know how you are with medicine, you know, you get all jittery and stuff. So, dude, like 10 minutes into work today, my heart's pounding out of my chest, you know. Anyway, so
Am I going to get sick here tonight?
I hope not, dude. So anyway, just trying to explain. If I fade out, or if I start talking over people, or if I get a little out of control with Peter Grant, just somebody slap me and let me know, because I'm wired, dude. I even brought coffee tonight. I have not stopped drinking coffee since this morning, dude. So like,
I hope you pass out because we're going to
Exactly.
paint dicks all over.
yeah, you've got a
We're
lot of
just
practice
gonna
doing that.
plaster your face with a permanent Milwaukee marker.
It sounds like you may be a future crackhead, man.
Me?
Yeah.
No, I hate that. I hate that feeling, dude. I don't like taking anything at all. I mean, I love to have a couple of beers or whatever, but you know, I can't take, you know, painkillers. I can't take any kind of like cold medicine. I just hate it, dude. I hate the way it makes me feel. You know what I mean? But if I'm miserable, you know, I'm a Dayquil, NyQuil kind of guy. Those are my go-to. You know what I mean? But I'm not that far.
Do
I
you
don't
ever
feel
mix
that
them up?
sick. You know?
NyQuil in the daytime, Dayquil
Oh,
at night?
absolutely. If I don't have Dayquil and all I have is NyQuil and coffee, baby. You know what I mean? Whatever makes the icky feeling go away, you know? And that's, I wasn't quite there today. And honestly, and I made the comment today at work, I said, you know, maybe I feel crappy because of the medicine I took. I'm starting to think that I shouldn't have had any medicine. I would have felt better. You know what I mean? So, and that was just one freaking little tiny decongestion pill, dude.
I've been
You know?
juicing for over a year, and
Juicing like steroids?
no, kale and fruit,
Oh,
and
gross.
I've only had one cold since.
Yeah. I never get sick, but
It's
you know
hard
what?
to muddle it against a rock out in the woods.
Yeah,
but,
yeah.
You know.
Well, you know, and that's funny you say that, because I was also thinking, like, I normally am a salad and fruit kind of guy, and
We can tell.
the last 2 months, dude, I've been eating like steaks and like, yeah, I know, right?
Definitely fruit.
I haven't been eating.
Are
Very
you
well,
a
dude.
top salad or a bottom salad?
Oh, I'm a tossed salad, bro. Yeah, totally tossed salad.
A Caesar salad.
You are what you eat, bro.
Chuck, I just got to ask.
Sounds like the granola kid, fruits and flakes and nuts.
Nuts. You had to put nuts.
No,
in
who
there.
was the guy that said you could eat a pine tree?
Sure, you're not from L.A.
He
positive.
did the original Grape Nuts commercials. You can eat a pine tree, you know. Earl Gibbons, something like that. Yeah, he did all those commercials. You've been around.
What's that?
Who did the commercials? The original Grape Nuts. The guy would always say he was a naturalist and he would go out in the woods and eat all kinds of crazy shit. Earl Gibbons, something like
Gibbons.
that.
Mel Gibbons, yeah.
Yeah.
No, not
Yeah.
Gibbons.
All right, guys, let's go to the phones here, okay? We've got the author Peter Grant joining us right now. Peter Grant, are you there?
I am here.
How the heck are you, my friend?
I'm fine. How are you?
I am doing very well. Thank you very much. I appreciate you calling in the show tonight. Man, we were looking forward to it. I was trying to explain to Homeless Chuck what books are, and
It is a concept that's kind of fading in many people's consciousness.
yeah, right on. But yeah, so we switched spots tonight just for you because Homeless Chuck is actually more of a reader, and so we're just gonna pull it in here and have you talk to me and Chuck for a minute. But
Okay.
I
I
see
used to
your.
work for a homeless agency, so
Did you really?
I did.
Awesome. Well, that's pretty cool. Did you enjoy that, or?
I did. I was the finance person, so I didn't spend that much time with the clients. But
That's why you enjoyed it.
well, we'd go when they have a big meeting. The whole staff would go, and the stories that people tell me, some of the things that people go through to get to where they are just incredible. And I got my notary public thing because a lot of them needed something notarized, like to get Section 8 housing, or so I did a lot of the things for the clients. And there was a woman who was in pretty good shape, okay, but she had become an alcoholic when she was 6 because her stepfather had been sexually abusing her since she was 3, and it took the pain away. And nobody noticed she went through school drunk all those years. So how do you get your life together after something like that? She had a lot of issues about her mother, who was a user, and didn't ever notice what was going on. So I really admire people that can pull themselves out of such an awful situation. It shouldn't happen to anyone.
Yeah, kudos to you for doing that. That's a pretty noble thing to do. And we goof around a lot. This is a comedy show.
Oh yeah, well,
but at the same
you
time,
have to laugh or it'll catch you.
yeah, absolutely.
That's why all my stories have a happy ending. You're 1 hour from a happy ending,
Exactly.
and that's the goal. You don't get that on the news. You don't get it in the newspaper. So, and I don't know whether you noticed, but one of the main characters in the Stinky story is named Kevin.
I did notice that, and it's also funny, and I don't like to always drop this during the show because Homeless Chuck is his moniker, but his last name's Carter.
Oh really?
And
that's
believe it
funny.
or not, when I was younger, my mother always used to refer to me as her little stinker. So I can
You became
identify.
homeless instead of Stinky. That's funny. That's how he got his nickname when he was a little boy. He found something, and his parents tell the story differently depending on who's telling the story. But it was either like something in the grass or a bug or something, and he scooped it up in his hand. He's about 3, and they have that penetrating voice at that age. He said, "Stinky." So
No, I had gastro problems when I was younger.
I was lactose intolerant, so they didn't find that out till I was 10. So I was pretty sick for the first decade of my life. So
Hell, it's given me great pleasure.
Peter, I'd like to ask you a couple of real quick questions.
Sure.
Thank you. I tried to do a little bit of show prep, and I know I told you that I wasn't going to do much show prep because you're just a man of many words, and I figured that you would have so much to talk about anyway. But I had a very hard time finding out anything about you personally. I found out all kinds of things about your books. But all I know is you're from L.A. I have no idea how old of a man you are. I don't know anything of your background. I don't know if you want to share anything like that with us or with our listening audience.
Well, I guess I'm more interested in people reading the stories and finding out about me. I'm not all that fascinating. I'm actually from Connecticut, and so the stories are set in sort of an imaginary part of the Northeast, and the first story they wrote was nonfiction, and I've been writing the fictional stories ever since. And really, my day job is working as a finance person in a nonprofit. So I've been honing the fiction craft, doing budgets for all these years. With despite poor earnings, we'll pull it out of the. We'll do better next year. So I've been doing a lot of those, and I figured I might as well write something that's supposed to be fiction instead of supposed to be more or less real. Mm-hmm. So I do live in LA now, and it's very different from living in the Northeast. And there's good and bad things about it. Overall, I actually prefer New England to California, but
Well, that's home to you, too, right? I mean, I grew up in Chicago. We're all from different places. You know, Jay and Pops are from Milwaukee, from Wisconsin. Chuck's from Vermont. Was it Virginia? Virginia.
Anything with a V, Kevin.
Anything with a V. Pretty much, yeah. So, you know, Peter,